Hey everyone, this is Shay, and today I got a really good video. We're not going to talk about the video as much. It's something for you to watch, but I will go over my commander. This is my free to play account, Clickbait. And the reason why we're watching this video is it came close to beating the damage record for this ship at its tier. And we'll go over my commander real quick. Using the generic commander, he's only rank 4, no inspirations. So, Togo, Hierachiro, it's got Burn It Down XXO, Look at Me Now, Hidden Threat, and Burn Baby Burn. He's only rank 4. Those skills are so minimal, the numbers don't really matter that much. But the mods I have on it is Air Groups Mod 1 and Air Groups Mod 2. And we do have the whole upgrade for maximum hit points. Now, rules that I go through, my mindset, beginning of the game, we have plane selections. Do I use my bombs first? Do I use my torpedoes first? Well, you look at the player ship compositions for the enemy team. In this one, I started with torpedoes because 2 of those cruisers are slow as battleships. We got a Milwaukee and this Svetlana. They're not exactly excitingly fast, and I know I can hit them with torpedoes with relative ease, and 2 battleships, the same thing. So I started with torpedoes. And if you notice that the ship lineups are pretty fast, you might want to start with bombs. Yeah, you got to get closer to use the bombs, but you're going to be a little more accurate because you're going to be able to drop bombs on the holes. Now, another reason to drop bombs is when there are 3 or more destroyers and in domination mode. And near miss on a bomb with HE, you can still reset cap points. And that's where the number 1 job on a carrier is in domination mode, is contesting caps. It's not out to looking for the destroyer, it's contesting caps. You want your team to win the caps. If your team's not winning the caps, you got to be out there contesting them to help them shoot those where they can get them, because caps, we all know who has the most caps through most of the game wins, because how many games are won on points versus how many times we kill every single ship in the game. Usually in domination mode, points win the game, and it's very rarely do you see ship 100% ship. We're starting to see a lot more of that high tier now. We're seeing a lot of dumb play, but I don't want to get into that. Other CCs out there have mentioned it. I'm not going to talk about that. I get frustrated by the same reasons. But destroyers are not your number 1 priority. Is caps. But in a game like this, you can go out and focus destroyers, but there are so many ships out here. This carrier decided he needs to be a focus. He's out in front of his battleships and cruisers. Either he is a new player or he doesn't want to be in this game. I hope it's the latter, but if it's a new player, he's going to learn the hard way. You need to be behind ships, and what I call that is a pocket. You want to have ships to your flank, in your center, to your right. As you can see where I am, I'm not exactly in a pocket, but I'm protected. I still have a cruiser up to the north of me. I have a cruiser down to the south of me, and our ships are pretty much spaced where I'm in a protection. I got 2 battleships before, so if anything wanted to come through, they got to go through them first. But this is coming up to my next rule. The next threat to deal with is the closest ship to your spotting range. As you can see, I got this destroyer up to the north. The cruiser should be able to handle him. And there's going to be a cruiser coming up that way as well. And I believe it was a Milwaukee. He's going to be my biggest threat to the cruiser to the north. There he is. There's the Milwaukee. He just showed up on the minimap. He's what I'm going to focus next. And this is when you need to focus. He's going to be the closest one to be detecting me. That's going to allow the battleships on the other team. They should be in range to shoot me. This map is not very large at all. So I need to focus down. Now, right now, I'm not being spotted, but if you look, I am being spotted now. There's a little orange eyeball below the icon, the lower left corner. That eyeball means I'm being spotted by a ship. A lot of carrier players probably don't even notice this, and you need to know when your ship is being spotted. That is where you look to indicate when you're in your plane mode. So you look at that, and if it's a plane, you're spotted by planes. There's not much you can do about that. It's just hopefully you have the defense and able to deal with the planes. But ship, when you see the eyeball, you need to be making preparations and moving your ship away from them. That's the number one way you're going to be staying alive. And remember, I talked about how DDs aren't the sole focus, but the caps are. A lot of that reason defending the caps, you're going to get a lot more experience defending the caps than you are trying to solo out a big ship or wasting your time on destroyers for assisted damage, because destroyers, for a lot of carrier players, are very hard to hit. Very hard. And if you're seeing a carrier player defending, launching air group after air group after air group, trying to kill one destroyer, and you're not coming back to help, and you're close enough to do so, and you lose the game because you don't have the carrier support, that's why. You didn't help. Because the destroyer's being spotted, and you're not helping. Because this happens a lot in mid and late game. They see that destroyer. Some players are so scared, they run away from the destroyer. They won't contest it. And here we contested the Milwaukee. We're no longer spotted. I don't have to be threatened by the big battleships over there. In fact, we're now going to release these planes. Where they go back, I'm going to release the bombers because they're closer to the other stuff, and I'm not wasting time on trying to get planes from one end of the map to the other end of the map. So that's another tactic also. Release planes, let them regroup, go attack them with the other group of planes and let you recycle your planes, keep your longevity of planes going. And we're going to go after the Kuma here. He is, to me, the biggest threat on the map right now. Yeah, there's a destroyer here, and that was the walkie-talkie, but he hasn't shown up close. He's moved away somewhere. And we'll see him again. But we want to take care of this Kuma because he's the fastest ship. He can get closest to our spotting range at the moment. That's spotted on the map, and we can deal with him. And we're going to go drop a bomb, and we're going to try to float some bombs, let him just sail right into them. And we got a near miss and incapacitation for that. There's the walkie-talkie. He's sitting there. He's done with the game. He's out. Since he got spotted, he's going to start moving here. I'm going to let him drive into the bombs, just like the other one did. But all we need is one true shot, and he's done. We got it. One bomb, all we needed. So we don't have to worry about the destroyer anymore. And that was more hunting it passively. And destroyers we hunt actively at 3 or more, passively at 2 or less. Because really they're not that big of a threat. When they're lesser numbers, yeah, you're going to get the hot shot that's going to try to sail behind enemy lines. It happens. But there's a good chance you weren't going to spot him in the first place because he took the longest way possible, and you're scouting the middle and fringes of A through C on domination maps, and you're not going to see that fringe player until the last second. And you'd be wasting your time trying to look for them because you're not thinking which side of the map, the left or right. Is it going to be 20 kilometers away or 16 kilometers? You don't know. It's a waste of time looking for a needle in a haystack. That's why destroyers are not a priority at 2 or less. Now, all we have here at the end of the game is damage farming on 2 battleships because all their support ships are gone. These guys were more in the back, being battleships. They should have been more up front, using their armor, being more of a threat to the game. My battleship players this game weren't much any better. They were in the back of the map the whole game too. And it's frustrating when you see your battleship players do that. And these are the tiers they learn these bad habits. because they're scared of the torpedoes, they're scared of the rapid fire, but they need to learn how to position themselves at this point and get themselves into position to use that armor effectively. If they're not doing it at this tier, these bad habits will happen into tiers 4, tiers 5, tiers 6, 7, 8, and legendary, because they don't shake these habits because they have it in their mind that they're snipers only and they're not utilizing their armor. And it doesn't matter what battleship there is, they need to learn to know when to use their armor. Every battleship has got decent armor for brawling purposes when needed. Not all of them are designed for brawling, but they can brawl, even the lightly armored ones. Like I said, we're here to farm, and we're close to ending this video. But remember, the damage record is 128,818 10 months ago. And we're close. We're at 106. This is close, guys. There's just under 4 minutes. Last ship alive. And we're going to get one more torpedo run on this guy. And how much are we going to do? Do we get a flood? I'm looking for a flood, because that would help a lot. And no flood. We're at 115,000. So now, and I said I was within 9,000, I think it was. So we're going to get some more damage. Do we get to finish off the Orion is the question. It'd be nice to. I mean, we almost finished Wyoming off. If we got that and get the chance, this would have been a potential Kraken. But here we go. Bombing run. See, just lining up these big ships. It's hard to miss bomb runs on. And oh, we almost finished him off, but we didn't. There we go. 120,322. We had a lot of torpedo hits this game. In fact, we had 26 of them. A couple of floods, a couple of fires, 3 kills, 17, 14 for base experience. Anyways, press like and subscribe to the channel. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.